Yo, it's your boy Basil Jackson, aka Billionaire Baze. Welcome to another episode of Billion Dollar Life Lessons. We got my guy Wes Watson, America's most famous convict, in a building, man. We got a lot to talk about today. This game and sauce we're about to give y'all is life changing, man. But first things first, make sure you guys pull up to my free masterclass that I'm having. I'm going to show you guys how to boost your credit, get 50K in funding, and how to make an extra 5 to 10,000 per month by starting your own funding business while working a 9 to 5. But let's get into it, man. Wes, how you feeling, bro?
I like the name, Billion Dollar Life Lessons. I just want to tell everyone, I've never thought about being a billionaire. I've never thought about large amounts of money. I found a way to just do something I love that made large amounts of money. I found a skill set and made money. I never really, people were always like, are you shooting for that B? I never really had financial goals. I really just always needed a sick-ass whip, a clean-ass spot, and some cash. You know, that's just how I always thought.
Yeah, nah, for sure. One of the words I think that comes to mind whenever I think about somebody like myself or Wes Watson is unfuckwittable. You know what I'm saying? Unfuckwittable. So when you operate and you move a certain way and you are unfuckwittable, you just tend to attract all of those things. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, like I said yesterday, like this was God's plan, not mine. He put a fucking test in front of me that few could pass. How else would I have known to walk this path? Like I had a test in front of me, and a lot of you guys do, I bet. I had a test in front of me that was the penitentiary for 10 years. And there was no way I would have believed at that time that it would have shaped me into the person today. So God's putting a test in front of a lot of you guys out there, and you're just wondering, why me, why me, why me, instead of stepping up. Since I stepped up to that test and I passed it with flying colors, then I saw the path that he put me on. Most people don't notice the path that's being laid out for them for success because they're taking the adversity as like a detriment when it's a blessing. You're being gifted the strength you're begging for desperately. You're asking for a way out. And then you're being gifted some adversity that's going to strengthen you in a way that's going to give you the way out. But most tap out of the work. It's crazy. I see it happening to people all the time. And I'm just always telling them, like, this is meant for you. And they'll believe it for a second. And then they'll let that belief just fall to the wayside. So that's why people who are unfuckwittable, people who do not break, people who are fucking just unbreakable motherfuckers, these people are the people that are course correction for those that always fall off.
no, that's a fact. Yeah, and I think one of the craziest questions that I get, I'm sure you get this all the time, is people they want to emulate the results, right? But they don't want to emulate the process. So it's like most people want to know, what people like us do, but I think what's more important is like, what do we not do? You know what I'm saying? We don't complain, we don't make excuses, we drop our nuts whenever it's time to do what men do. And for me, I damn sure, I don't make people get on sales calls and I'm not ready to take action or waste time. I'm playing offense. We had a conversation, maybe sent 3 or 4 messages back about a business opportunity. Next thing I know, I wired you 10K. So, it's just one of those things. What are some of the things that you don't do per se? I know you talk about not drinking and smoking, but what are some things that you don't do that got you?
That's a long time ago. Someone did ask me that, and it was one of my famous one-liners that I told the world. And people would be like, they would always come and say, "What do you do? What do you do for a living? What do you do?" And I say, it's what I don't do that makes me successful. So I don't sleep in, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't procrastinate, I don't doubt myself, I don't operate from fear, and I definitely do not ever miss an opportunity. I really believe I can fail forward faster, and most people are so scared to fail, they never move. So I've made so many failures on my way to where I'm at today, but people think I just ran and sprinted here and it was super easy. It's like, nah, I just made decisions quicker that were either a positive or a negative. But the whole thing is, it was all offense.
Whoa, listen. Now, I know this episode is getting really good, but I have something super special for you. My name is Basil Jackson, and I am a 7-figure entrepreneur who was able to take my credit from the low 400s to the high 700s and get access to $150,000 to scale my business in 90 days. I'm gonna be doing a completely free training where I show you exactly how to do the same. So click the link below, register for the free masterclass, and I'm gonna show you how to boost your credit, get access to $50,000 in funding, and then make an extra 5 to 10,000 a month, helping others do the same. I'm so excited to see you guys at the class. Back to the episode.
I always tell people there's gonna be so much offense, you're gonna be offended. It's gonna be offensive. So I'm just always grabbing that next level, that next level, that next level, and I never stop. You know?
Man, this is what I gotta know. This is what I gotta know. Because everybody, they see somebody that's playing offense, that's living their best life, and then they have stupid shit to say like, well, are you a good person? It's like, why do people think that it's either money or being a good person? Why does it have to be
They always
one
think
or the
that it's
other?
this or that instead of this and that. Because for the most part, like what's keeping them from getting the money or getting the success or whatever was, an event that took place where they believe that you have to trade one for the other. And I sat down, I was at Pura Vida the other day, and some girl walked up and she started talking, and she had a Napoleon Hill book, and then she was talking about her personal development journey, and she went into the spiritual bypassing bullshit where I was like, well, maybe I know something about this. I drive a fucking Bugatti. And she's like, oh, I don't care about the money. And I said, don't ever say that. I'm like, you want money in your life.
It's a fact.
Never have a negative feeling about an outcome you want, because God will separate you from the two. All he knows at that point is that anytime money comes up, you feel negative. You feel insecure. You don't feel like it's meant for you. So he's going to separate you from the fucking outcome. And the whole thing is even if you don't believe in God, that's quantum theory. That honestly, if you have a feeling towards an outcome, that the universe will separate the two. So, people just don't really understand what they're doing. Never have a negative view of an outcome you want. And it's just, they've never met people who have both. And they want to assume that rich people are evil or negative or something because a few interactions they had with them. And this girl went back to, oh, my parents were really wealthy and they basically kept me imprisoned. It's like, bitch, you made that shit up. They didn't actually imprison you. I've been in prison. Shut the fuck up. You made it seem like that because you were incapable of making choices on your own and you needed their help. You needed their money. And now you're shitting on them. I've been in that situation too, where people I provided financial assistance to acted like I was controlling them with the money instead of hooking them up. I'm not controlling you. I'm hooking you up.
Yeah, nah, Pete, man, it's a lot. I realize with the comments online and shit, or just in general, it's a lot easier for people to call something a scam than for them to actually put the work in and
They're projecting
and see their information or see the information change their life. So let me ask you this. So why do you think that people think everything is a scam? Or why do,
they've just never seen it really happen. Like for them to make $100,000 a month would be so fucking crazy that there's no way Wes Watson could teach them how to make $500,000 in a month. It's like, motherfucker, I've had $3 million months off what I do. For me to teach you to have a $300,000 a month is 1/10 of what I've done. It's going to be very easy for me to understand how to get you there. And I really don't understand why people, they don't see that you should never really go to a business guy for social media networking. So in all reality, if you made one sale in your business, then all we need is to multiply that. So how are we going to multiply that? We're going to get more eyes on your product or service. We all know it's not the best product, it's the best known. So we have to make you more known. If you've made one sale and you successfully did it and the person was happy, then all we need to do is get more opportunities. So how are we going to get more opportunities? We're going to go where everyone's at. Everyone's on social media. Are we going to go to a business guy who's not social about learning social media? Or are we going to learn from a social person? These kids build followings all crazy because they're still social. A business guy is taught to automate, delegate, not be part of his business, and to sell it quickly. He doesn't know shit about being social. Like, he may know shit about business, but if you want to go to someone who knows social media, you go to someone who likes it. And I love fucking Instagram. I love YouTube. I love being the man on the stage. So a lot of people don't realize that the most powerful person nowadays is the person who wants the attention.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, going back to the concept of either or, a lot of the reason why you have the success that you have is because, and this is one of the things I respect about you as well, is like, you're somebody that if there's people around you, they have no choice but to elevate. They're either gonna elevate, and I'm the same way. It's so funny, my girl, she'll tell you I run a military boot camp because it's like, it's strict as fuck. You're either gonna get with the program or you're not gonna get with the program. But, just to kind of transition, you look great, bro. How did you get into fitness? Obviously, you had to go sit down and stuff. Okay.
So yeah, I started off reading about bodybuilding before I went to prison. From like 14, I was bodybuilding, and I would go to the gym And like there'd be like juiced out workout dudes there just fucking pissed at me. Why the fuck are you here so long? And I'd be there for like 2.5 hours training. Like, you don't have to be here that long. What the fuck? You don't know shit. I'm like, well, whatever. I'm like, tell me how to do it then, motherfucker. And I'm reading like the Arnold Encyclopedia of bodybuilding. And I'm training like I do now, even back then when I was 14. And then I went to prison. I did everything I could to elicit hypertrophy in the muscle groups. So I just broke down muscle tissue, and then I knew the macronutrients to grow. So I mean, it's basically like foreign resistance times time under tension is what's going to elicit hypertrophy, which is the breakdown and building of muscle tissue. If you have the proper macronutrients, once the hypertrophy is elicited, then you're going to be able to build the muscle back. I just understand how to elicit hypertrophy and how to grow muscle back with the proper macronutrients. Now that seems like Spanish to people, and that's why you would hire someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. And I'd be like, don't listen to these big words. Work out, do this exercise on this video, and eat these foods, you know? And then when I have them eat certain foods and I do these workouts, then they're fucking drastically changing their physiques very quickly. But, you know, the whole thing is like, the funny thing is when you said about the boot camp, I've learned a new way. So I've always been that way in my old relationships. And it was like, you're not gonna control me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my fuck, I'm trying to help you. I'm not controlling you. Now I just do reverse psychology. This is what I do with my new girl. No, have another drink. You're not gonna drink? Drink. Have another one, drink more. And then she's like, no, I'm not drinking tonight. And she won't drink. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to go to the gym. Go round 2. You don't have to go round 1 with me. It's early, you don't wanna go. You can go round 2. She ends up not drinking and doing both rounds of the workouts. Because reverse psychology fully works on women better than you could ever guide them. Do not tell them what the fuck to do. Tell them not to do it. And they'll be like, fuck you, I'm doing it. Like, this is what I learned. I don't know why it took me so long from being called a control freak and that I like am like some dictator or any of these things and that I control everything. Now I'm like, don't do it. Like, no, you probably can't. Like, I wouldn't do it if I were you.
Yeah, no, I need to put that one in my back
that
pocket.
one is the craziest.
Yeah, no, I need to put that in my back pocket.
Everybody take notes.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology with your woman. Don't make her do anything. Let her make her think she made the choice and you didn't want her to do it. She'll prove you wrong.
Yeah, no, so speaking on telling somebody what to do or just the concept of a blueprint, right? Going back to the fitness thing. So I have a mentorship. I have a couple of different programs. You know, I have a 5K program, a 10K program. But as far as having a blueprint, you know, how important do you think it is to have a mentor?
I mean, the thing is, coaches and mentors aren't going to teach you the best plan. They're going to keep you from your bad ones. In all reality, like, the plan is very simple to get ripped. The plan is very simple to get rich. The plan is very simple to do anything you're doing in life. But you're going to get emotional. You're going to get all up in your fucking feelings. You're going to think your feelings are facts. And then you're going to opt out of the blueprint. The blueprint is very simple. It will lead to success. But what happens is you start seeing other information, you start believing in it, you start getting in your feelings about the work you're doing, then you get emotional, you believe your feelings are actual facts, and now you opt out of the work. And so, I mean, the whole thing is a good coach keeps you from your bad decision, and your bad decision is to not stick to a simple blueprint for a lot of amount of time to let the process see itself through. Like, I could make anyone very viral, very successful online, but they won't like the timeline because the timeline is not guaranteed. You're just going to put out valuable ass shit the way I tell you to do it for as long as you do it till it starts to stick and catch. Obviously, I'm going to help you by pushing you on my page so more people can see you, but we're going to have to see your weaknesses. We're going to have you do the same blueprint as all my people, and I'm going to have to be like, bro, this shit's not powerful. Like, or you're not ripped enough. Would you listen to you, motherfucker? Like, I mean, a lot of people don't realize they wouldn't listen to them, and they're trying to sell to people. It's like, I have an outcome that a lot of people would want, so I would listen to me. I back what I sell, you know? So, I mean, that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking on timelines, right? Obviously, you know, with social media, everybody thinks that shit's just going to happen overnight. But, you know, having a mentor, having somebody like you or myself allows people to kind of, I don't want to say shortcut their success, but it allows them to skip some mistakes in the process that they wouldn't make otherwise, you know? Whereas somebody might be posting some bullshit and you're like, nah, that ain't it, homie. So
from pricing to posting to whatever, time collapsing the outcome is what a mentor is going to do. when I first started, you guys, is so fucking stupid. When I first started selling my programs, I was already pretty fucking viral. But I was selling a $250 1 month program.
Oh, wow.
That's all I sold. And I'm like, $250 1 month. And I would sell like $4,000 to $6,000 worth of $250 1 month programs a day. Now, once I even had someone teach me my pricing breakdowns, like a mentor stepped in and was like, not even a mentor, a client stepped in and said, I have paid X amount before for something that I want to buy from you. The guy sent me a laptop, because I didn't even have one at the time. He sent me a fucking laptop and said, now I'm one of your $2,000 a month elite clients. I'm gonna pay $2,000 a month. We're gonna be on a Zoom call every week, once a week for an hour, and you're gonna do the same thing you were offering in that other program for the training and nutrition. A client told me this.
Wow.
And my first elite client sent me a laptop, told me I'm paying you $2,000 a month. You're gonna help me with my problem. I love your content. It works for me. It's mindset content and shifts and breakthroughs that I need. So then once I offered an elite program, then I offered tiers on my other program. It went from $250, buy 1 month for $250 like a dipshit, to fucking $299, $750, $1,299, $2,000. Now, a lot of people coming through that would essentially only buy the $250 because that was all they were offered, were buying $750 or $2,000. So now, at the end of that 1 month with the price change, I went from making $150,000 a month to $450,000 with just a price change. But you guys got to keep in mind, I had the traffic. A lot of you guys don't have the traffic. And that's what I bring a lot of my clients. Like my elite clients, they come work out at the gym with me. I post them. I show them all the time, and my client wins. I get them on my YouTube so they have a YouTube audience and an Instagram audience, because I know they've already made a few sales. So I just know we need eyeballs on them.
Okay. Yeah. So like for somebody like myself or somebody who is watching this and they might not be in the fitness industry, do you have people in your program like myself who might be in a different industry that you can...
anything you want to sell, it's the same thing of getting just your knowledge and wisdom out there.
Okay.
I mean, you would show your life as a reality show. And then you'd have commercials. So we would show fucking Basil Jackson's reality show life, and in the commercials, he'd be selling his program. So just encapsulate them in your reality show of a life, and then have the commercials throughout the day in your story. Hey, anybody who really wants to live this life that I'm seeing, or that any of my clients are living, hit the link. I'm gonna show you guys how to get the funding for your business, and I even help you guys produce more outcomes with your business. I mean, there's no fucking way that using social media, anyone can lose. I mean, the buy-in is so cheap for the outcome. I recently had Shaw's of Sunset, a guy, Mike, he was on that old show, Shaw's of Sunset. It's like a real estate show on Bravo, or it was on VH1 or something. I don't fucking know. But this is before I went to prison. He signed up for my program. He's like, bro, I don't even fucking know like what this is, but I'm in shape and I have real estate knowledge, and everyone says I'm good at like working with men. The very first sale he got was the price he paid. His first sign up was $7,500 elite program. And that's what he paid for the program of mine for 3 months. I taught him how, out of posting and using some apps and his knowledge that people want from him, how to make $7,500 in 1 minute. And then the deliverables are, you know, a bi-weekly 60-minute phone call with the person, and then they get on a group call as well. And then he helps them with their training, nutrition, and then helps them with real estate advice, life advice, relationship shit, whatever the person's struggling with. But I mean, I taught him how to pull that out of the air very quickly on something that will be massively life-changing for people, because nothing, let me tell you guys something, nothing has changed my life more. Not the money, not money, not pussy, not anything you guys fucking think's gonna change your life. Not validation from men, not fame. Nothing has changed my life more than how much I respect myself day to day with my daily habits. From me holding my word to myself with my 2:45 a.m. wake up, to doing my burpees when I'm in a cut mode before the gym, going to the gym now at 9 o'clock when I used to go at 4 o'clock. Why do I go at 9 o'clock in Miami? I got a fucking network. Miami doesn't get up at 4 fucking a.m. You'll be there with 5 fat old dudes that aren't buying shit. So 2:45 a.m. wake up, into some burpees about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., gym at about 9, and then working on making content that is course-correcting content for people who are trying to better themselves all day. That's what I do all fucking day. But you guys, there's no way that this isn't gonna work at the highest level.
Wait, listen, so I know this video is getting super good and I know I'm giving out a lot of game, but I have something super special for you guys. My name is Basil Jackson. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur who was able to take my credit from the low 400s to the high 700s and get access to 150,000 to scale my business. And now I help people just like you watching this video do the same. So I know this game is getting really good, but I want to give you a special invite to my free masterclass where I'm teaching you exactly how to repair your credit, boost your credit, get access to $50,000 in funding, and make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month by helping others do the same. So click the link below. I'm having a free masterclass. I can't wait to see you there.
Man, and I love to hear that because, you know, for me, mentorship has completely changed my life, you know, in a sense that, you know, I didn't really understand that we don't get paid based on how hard we work. We get paid based on the level of value that we provide to the marketplace. For example, if you're in a Honda Accord and you're expecting that you're gonna go 200 miles an hour, shit, even 100 miles an hour, you probably ain't going 100 miles an hour. But if you're in a Lambo, that goal might be attainable for you. And so, you know, hearing you say that kind of adds that validation to just kind of what I already believe and reinforces that. But, you know, on the topic of mentorship, what's the most money you've made in a month?
I've done 3 million in a month.
3 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 5 million. The next 2 or 3 months coming up, I'm gonna do like 5 million.
Okay.
So I got a new media team that I'm working with, and the systems we already have in play are so fucking next level. Like, they're hurting my brain compared to what I used to do to make 3 million.
Wow.
I used to just hustle organically.
Shit, that's what I'm doing
I
right
used to
now.
do hustle organically to make like 100K a day, like blah, blah, blah. But I had some recurring systems that were doing like 40 to 50 grand a day on my recurring payments on my lower ticket programs.
Okay.
In all reality, high tickets for beginners, low tickets for the pros.
Okay.
So the goal is to get so fucking big in this world online that you could charge fucking the cheapest amount for the most value. So that is the goal. Low ticket is for the pros, high tickets for beginners. But that's fine. Be a beginner. Don't take that as a fucking a stab at who you are. You have to start somewhere and you have to be honest. Being a beginner again is a massive skill set that the top people know. So they'll come in and be like, I don't know shit, teach me. That's what the top people do. Other idiots come in like, so are we gonna mainly do this? I'm like, shut the fuck up. You ain't done shit in this space. Shut up and listen, you know? But so in all reality, you want to get as famous as possible, charge as little as possible, have the most conversions as possible on a cheaper program. That's how you're going to make the most money. That's Netflix. That's fucking subscription based.
Facts.
That's all the shit like that. I have a subscription that does 50K a day.
Wow.
So, and that's a program that's 47. There's a 27. There's a 97. Then there's a 299, 750, 1299, 2000. All those smaller programs combined that aren't high ticket, all those smaller programs combined do 50K a day.
Okay.
I don't even have to wake up to get that.
Yeah, that's nuts. So for you, with what you offer, is it more of a matter of the higher up you go in your programs is more access to you, or how do you navigate your
Yeah, the
schedule
higher up
as
is
far
more
as-
access, and there just has to be tiers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like people would buy in at usually the $750 program, say, I want to get in shape, I want to change my life, I want to drop the drink, I want to be a better person. So then I really do that for them so drastically in 3 months that they're like, bro, I have to do this for a living. Like, I have to be a coach now. So now they elevate from the $750 program to like a $7,500 program, which is 3 months of them learning how to make money. And like I just said about the guy, Mike, he made $7,500 on his first sale.
Wow.
So, I mean, but most people don't fucking do that. The guy's already famous.
Yeah.
And he's already got social proof that he's successful. So people are going to want to learn from him. They already know who he is. But I mean, I have people who they've started from scratch, like Superhuman Fathers, one of my top brands that was started under me. And he did $6.5 million in 3 years on a $7,500 investment with me and one mastermind. So the masterminds are 10K.
Okay.
The business coaching he bought was $7,500. And he started just trying to get in shape. He didn't even know he wanted to be a coach. He was a firefighter. He was a firefighter making $14,000 a month with overtime.
Okay.
Killing himself. He invested to get in shape. He got in shape. He said, whoa, the guys at the firehouse are asking how I did this. And then he just started his program, Superhuman Fathers.
Wow.
Now, in the first year, he was probably doing 6 figures in the first year. You guys, the coaching in the online space, the low end of this is 6 figures monthly. That's the low end. The high end is multi 7 figures monthly. Don't even waste your time in something that doesn't have a high end that's multi 7 figures monthly. How stupid are people to put their whole life into something that has a cap that isn't even 6 figures a month? You're fucked. You live in America. Like my valet bill in Miami is more than most of these people make. When I go to Kiki or I go to the one hotel, I roll in 2 cars and it's $200 a car. It's $400 to park. And then I go to dinner and my dinner's $1,000, you know? So it's $1,500 for dinner, no matter what. Every time you see me going out somewhere, like my security comes with me. You know, he's about $700 to $1,000 a night, but I pay a salary for him. So, I mean, and he's the security for Future, for Justin Bieber. He's not like your old janky security fat dude. This is, my dude's ripped and he's on stage with El Alfa. He's on stage with Future. He walks around with Haley and Justin Bieber. I mean, there's a certain thing about that too. People cheap out on certain shit and they're like, oh, you got that, coach? Nobody knows that motherfucker. It's like, pay for the best shit.
Man, I'm telling you.
Don't cheap out. Like, by us doing this podcast, this will for sure, I'm telling you, get 20 to 30,000 views. And this isn't personal development. Like this isn't shock value content. It's very hard to get people to sit down in personal development and entrepreneur space and get that many views. Look up Bradley right now. He's getting 2,000 views on a fucking podcast interview. Look up Andy Elliott. He's getting 5,000 max. I'm still getting routinely 20 to 30,000.
So let me ask you this. So obviously, you know, a lot of what I'm hearing.
And I love those guys. I'm not talking shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they went from 300,000 to 3,000.
Going crazy. So you copy and paste a Wes Watson into somebody else's life. So I hear you talk about it. I hear you say, you know, how you help people become the best version of themselves and attracting the life that they want to live. But how does that manifest into someone who's a new coach, right? Because you're polarizing is all get out, right? But how does that?
I mean, time goes on. People, you know, as Wes elevates, his story's no longer a brand new story. People are motivation consumers. Like they need a new story all the time.
Yeah, that's a
They
fact.
won't be able to just write off my story. They need to believe again.
Yeah.
They're not like us.
Yeah.
They're not like, show me the path, I'm gonna commit to it for life, I'm gonna kill it. They fall off the path. A lot of my guys have been coached by me, another one of my coaches, another one, because they fail on the diet or something, and they're like, fuck, I'm gonna go to this guy, see if it's any different. Like they're always thinking it's different somewhere else till they finally realize it's them, not the coach. It's not the blueprint, it's not the coach, it's you, motherfucker. Like I have such a high level of personal development. You could slap any blueprint in front of me and I'll exceed with flying colors. That's the only reason I'm here. Like I never missed. So the amount of value I brought out over the course of time to my Instagram or YouTube is so much greater than everyone else's because I never missed a day.
No, and man, you be talking that shit. You getting me going. So you talk about people, you know, becoming the best version of themselves. You said, you know, dropping the drinking, dropping the drugs. You know, a lot of people, I think they miss what you say. So I'm gonna let you say this again so they can hear it. How do you feel about other people drinking? So obviously, you know, you can't control everybody around you. So what does that look like for your girl and for people
I really
around
know
you?
that people need to learn their lessons. I'm not gonna steal their lessons. So, I mean, I'm going to show them how to live. I'm going to tell them it's not good for them. I'm going to tell them that it's going to lead to all these problems, and I'm going to be there when they need it. But they actually need to no longer see value in the drugs or alcohol. People are like, how do you go to these clubs and not drink or do drugs? I'm like, there's no value in drugs and alcohol to me. Like, what value would I get from it? I'm already confident, bitch. I don't need to drink or do drugs. You need it for the confidence. I already pulled up with a chick or could pull anyone at the club. I don't need it for that. They already know who I am. I already got leads in my DM. I don't even need to go to the club. Like the whole thing is why do they even go anyways? Do they go to fist bump with their boys or to pull bitches? Most of them are going to pull bitches.
Right.
I don't have that problem.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna go there for that. I don't need to drink to pull bitches. The chicks in my life come around me, they stop drinking, they start working out twice a day, they fucking go away from the party life, and I'm like, are you bored? Like, this ain't your normal life. Are you bored? No, I feel great. And I'm like, okay, tell me if you're bored, because I'm boring. Like, my life might look exciting, but Like essentially you're still just in a car
Yeah.
going to a place, and like all the glitz and glam loses its luster if you're not someone who's used to getting so inebriated or so high that life's a fucking cartoon or not even fucking real to you. I did every drug in my life. I've drank a lot. I've done everything. And all I know is it's people who are escaping their current reality because they don't like it.
So what do you have to say to somebody that says, okay, you know, for you it was easy because you sat down, you know, for a minute and then you got out and you were on paper. So there might have been a situation where you weren't allowed to because you have to pass a piss
I never
test or
followed
whatever.
the rules, so it was never me following rules that kept me from it. Rules of man, I never have followed.
Okay.
But it was universal laws that I followed.
Yeah.
And God wouldn't let me get away with it. Like even when I broke up with my last ex-wife, I had a little time where I was like, I had like 3 or 4 girls at the same time. And God was telling me, you're so fucking stupid. Like, I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
Right.
Like, you need to just pick one. And I'm like, and I'm having this conversation with God. I'm going, but I have to try them first. And I have to see if it fits and we have good chemistry and stuff. He's like, you know you tried that one already, and now you're trying again. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Pick one and be good to her. You're not a man who does this. You're a one-woman man who's solid. Stop.
So do you feel like, for you at least in your life, do you feel like there's a correlation between, you know, the life that God is allowing you to experience and you being obedient in that way?
Oh
like
yeah, if
having
I'm
one
obedient,
woman,
if I'm aligned with what God calls me to do, everything will go my way. Alignment is a superpower. Alignment is supernatural. When you're in complete alignment, everything goes your way. When you're fully angry and you're fully shitty, you've been drinking, you're fucking your chick over, you're a liar, you're a bad person, you drive into the parking lot and all the spots are full. If you're Wes Watson and you're in full alignment, you roll into the parking lot and the fucking front row one pulls out right as you pull in. Everything goes my way when I'm in alignment. But guess what? When I was only making that one bad choice with women and blaming it on, I gotta see who works the best with me. When I knew who did, like my current girl, I chose the girl who chooses me.
That's a
like
fact.
this time I
That's a
didn't choose the circus tits
Yeah.
and the circus BBL and the chick who's gonna look the best on Instagram. My chick's actually very plain. Like she just has no fat ass. She just has a normal butt. She's just real small and cute. She has fake tits, but it's not like crazy circus shit like Miami. And she's just sweet to me. She like really likes to cuddle. She's a sweet person to me and is really comfortable with me. Like we're comfortable together. I didn't choose the best. I could have chose one that would have put me like, whoa, that one is like an Instagram model who's famous. Dude, like literally like any of them. I had the opportunity with any of them. But look, by being obedient and choosing that, and choosing the chick who chose me and not running around just like picking chicks up in the Bugatti with my shirt off looking like just feeding my ego and shit and like listening to God and being like, just be good to this one and helping her as she was going through some shit. Everything in my life turned around at that moment again. Because the only thing I was doing wrong was like kind of like playing a few chicks, but like not lying to them, just telling them, no, like I don't know what the fuck I want to do. Like I just got out of a marriage. I was together for 2.5 years. Like I wished it would have worked with my ex-wife and with the kids. Like I love them more than anything. I would still do anything for them. She would probably say otherwise, but I mean, the whole thing is like, dude, it's crazy. Like literally, she made a video where she said I left her with a car she can't afford. And I'm like, did you tell them that I sent you 12 grand that month? And she's like, why would I tell them that? I'm like, because the car payment isn't 12 grand.
Right.
The car payment is way less than 12 grand.
Right.
She's like, no, that's not the point. You left me with the payment that I stress about each month. And I'm like, well, that's why I gave you 5 months of the payment. And she's like, and I'm like, why did you leave out, like, okay, he left me with a car payment that I don't really want and I can't afford and I stress about, but he did send me 5 months of the payment 16 days ago. So take it for how you want. Only told the information that would make me look bad.
Of course.
Whatever. We love her anyways. Any of my exes, I have zero animosity to. I would hug them right now. If my goal is to be such a massive billionaire, I could send them all money.
Yeah.
And just be, hey, you guys good? Everybody got everything they need? Cool. Everyone's got, I'm in a jet right now. Okay, yeah, I'm landing. I'll see you guys for a little bit. Love you guys. I'm like trying to be like in everybody's lives, but not in everybody's lives. Because my purpose is the world. I can't be I don't think I can just be dad. Like, dad is too small for me. Like, I would be doing the world injustice if I was just dad. And I mean, I don't think people understand that. Your purpose has to be so big. A lot of people just want to serve their family. So they only think about enough money to serve their family. A lot of people serve their employees in their business. So they only think about enough money to serve the business. I think about the world. So I need enough money to serve the world. So that's why I make more than everyone. I serve the world. My clients are the world.
It's so crazy, man. A lot of people don't realize, a lot of people, they, going back to that concept of they thinking that it's either or, like you can't be a good person and be a billionaire, but it's like, what a lot of people don't realize about someone like yourself or about a lot of people, that make a lot of money is they're actually really fucking good people, great people actually, and you don't get to that kind of level without having some sort of extreme level of discipline or being fucked up in the head in a good way, so that's one of the things that's super dope. But there's a lot of bullshit online and, talking about your lady and stuff. Like, how do you feel about 50-50, man? We gotta go on and address it one
What's
time.
What's 50-50?
Yeah. So it's a lot of people online saying, man, it's 50-50. It's like, oh, if my woman is, she has to bring X, Y, and Z to the table, or I'm not paying all her bills.
Oh no,
and
the
shit
only thing
like
a
that.
woman has to do for me is bring me peace in my life. The only thing that I need my woman to bring is peace to Wes Watson's fucking relentless desire to fucking conquer every goal in front of him. So I am so driven to conquering every goal that we have, making sure all their needs are met, getting everything done that they could possibly imagine and more, that I need when the world and these goals and people and everything are fighting back at me, I need her to just be like, I love you, our family loves you, like you'll just stay calm and don't make bad choices. Like I need her to coach me in that aspect. Keep me from doing the things I know are incorrect when I'm getting emotional or in my feelings and hot-headed about shit not going our way.
So how have you been able to navigate operating at the level that you're operating at and still making time for women, right? Because,
I really can't have a girl who needs too much.
Yeah.
I really can't. Like my girl now, she has like her dog in her phone and she won't even turn the damn TV on or like change the AC or anything. And I'm like, this is what I ask her every day. I say, what do you need today to have a great day today? Like, what do you need me to do for you to have a great day? And yesterday was, I need facial products at Sephora. Okay, cool. Or a couple days before that, not even a day before, she didn't need anything for a few days. A couple days before that was like, I need to get my hair done. Cool. Like, I need to do my lashes. Okay, cool. And then even like last month, at the end of the month, I need to pay my rent. And it's like $3,000 or something. People probably think that's a lot. You suck. Like you are the biggest loser if you can't help your new chick with $3,000 in rent. You're like, why would I pay her rent? It's like, oh my God, $3,000 is some money to you. You need to check that fact. Loser, like straight up. My place is $95,000 a month.
That's
okay?
nuts.
That's
nuts.
one of my places. While I had the condo too, that was $80,000 a month. Like, dude, I'm honestly looking at a condo in Sunny Isles that's $50,000 a month, and it's Grant's old place that he used to film in with his family. Like, I'm literally like, they're like, oh, we'll get you approved for this, and I would see if you want to just have this place too, just to go up there to chill. But I mean, like, you're a loser if you can't help your normal girl with her normal bills. Like, literally. My ex-wife probably came with like $12,000 to $15,000 worth of bills a month, and I paid all those and bought her all the shit, and she lived with me, and she got to do anything she wanted. And it still wasn't a fuck enough. So, I mean, at a certain point, I need someone who needs like the real alpha traits to be right. And this is how you know a man is a high-level man nowadays. He pays the fucking bills, okay, one. All of them. Pays all the fucking bills. You look over at him and you're like, damn, that fool is a stud and he will fuck the shit out of me. That is needed. Your girl should be all over you, like touching you all the time. Like, honestly, like validating a man with fucking affection at all times. And that's basically it. He pays the bills. He'll handle business like that. Don't ask him about your nervous system. He doesn't fucking know that shit. The guys who know about your nervous system are not straight guys, okay? These aren't CEO killers. These men are probably borderline women. So, I mean, just, dude, stop trying to turn your CEO killer of a high-level man into someone who understands the emotional container you need to exist in. Fuck! Don't do that anymore. There's no emotional container to a high-level CEO. That is your job. You can get all the crystals you want. You can fucking validate yourself that you saw 11-11 16 times in a month. But let your CEO, high-level man, pay all the bills and stay a stud. And guess what? He's not a high-level man if other women don't want him. So if you're a jealous bitch, you gotta fucking let that go. He's only high-level if he's choosing you. And other women want him. A lot of them. High-level women want him.
It's a fact.
But he chose you.
Man,
I love that shit.
Yeah, no, that shit get me going. You got me thinking, man. So let me ask you this. So talking about women, you've gained a lot of experience.
I'm not very good with women at all,
Okay.
but a lot of people are going to say that.
I was like, you sound like we need to. You're about to be a billionaire. You need to have all your chicks just living in one house, like a reality dating show. Or
I
some
would
shit,
do
it
that.
sounds like.
When I'm a
Right.
billionaire, I would pay all their shit. I actually pay for my first ex-wife. I pay her monthly.
Get a compound.
And then I asked my lawyer, I said, why the fuck am I still paying her car payment? He's like, you shouldn't be paying shit. He's like, she gets a check each month. Her check pays the goddamn car. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that stops. And then my ex-wife, I still ask her, like, hey, can I send you money for the girls or whatever? She just won't even return my calls at this point because she saw my new chick.
Damn.
And she's like, fuck you. You already have a new girl living in the house. I'm like, come on. Like, did you really think I'm going to live in a mansion in Miami and be me and have no sex?
Right.
Like, what the fuck would you even want that for me for? You're evil. Like, you really don't want me to have any physical contact if you're not here. I told her over and over, I choose you. So anyone could send this to her who's watching, who sides with my ex-wife. Tell her, he chose you the whole time. You just wanted to turn him into someone who would walk around the park with his shoes off and ground, and then you wanted him, then you wanted him to do some form of yoga or
Pilates.
Something. You wanted him to understand the safe container of space and how his yelling affects your nervous system. He didn't know how to do that. So if he was gonna ask you, can you make $20 million next year, babe? You wouldn't know how to do that. If he left you because you couldn't make $20 million next year, that would be pretty fucked up because you don't know how to make $20 million. He doesn't know how to be a safe container. He was in prison. He knows how to bring the $20 million.
Man.
Like, don't ask from your high-level dude to do stuff that low-level, emotional, Birkenstock-wearing, granola-eating weirdos who go on whitewater rafting trips know how to do. We don't know how to do that.
Make sure my lady over there paying attention, man. I'm trying to make sure she.
I think you guys like all the normal stuff, though. The women that I go out with, they like going to Carbone.
Make sure she paying attention over there.
They like ZZs. They like working out. They like new clothes. They like Birkins. They like Rolexes. They want a Richard Mille. They haven't got one. I mean, this is what the women I'm around like. And that's what I like. Someone wrote in my comments the other day, they said, Wes, this upscale dining you show on your page is getting boring. Can you go on like a hot air balloon ride or go hiking or go whitewater rafting? I'm saying, get the fuck off my page. I'm never gonna show hiking or whitewater rafting, motherfucker. That's for your stupid page that nobody's on.
Right.
This is my page. This is what I like. I'm showing what I want to do. They're like, why don't you go travel, Wes? I said, I don't fucking want to. I live in Miami, and my Bugatti's not in Tuscany, bro. My Bugatti is in Miami, and when I want to go drive it, I'm going to drive it. That's my freedom.
Yo, listen, I'm not gonna take too much of your time because I know you don't have a lot of it. My name is Basil Jackson. I am a 7-figure entrepreneur who was able to take my credit from the low 400s to the high 700s and get access to $150,000 to scale my business. If you're someone that's working a 9-to-5 or someone that wants to be an entrepreneur and you want to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month, working 5 to 10 hours per month, I'm having a free masterclass. Yes, I said a free, completely free live masterclass where I'm gonna teach you how to boost your credit, how to build your credit, and how to get $50,000 in funding and make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month, helping others do the same. So comment class below and I'll see y'all in the class. Let's go.
So speaking on freedom, being younger, even relationships, with where you are today, what's one thing you wish you would have done differently?
I wish I would have had kids earlier, but I mean, I could still have kids. I mean, I just don't every time I get with a chick, she already has kids, and I love kids. And I'm like, I want to raise the kids as mine. But then it just doesn't work. Like, they already have kids, and people are like, isn't that a deal breaker for you? I'm like, no, I love the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I love the kids more than anything. Loon, in my last relationship, that is my heart. She is the cutest. I love her to death. I want to make so much that I can set her up and kill it and everything. But I want there to be no animosity first. These women want you to send the money without a guarantee of no animosity. Man. It's like, well, we're not going to do that. Man. I'm not stupid. Like, I want shit to be copacetic if money's being sent, whatever. But yeah, people are probably going to hate on that. But whatever, fuck. Go ahead and judge me. Yeah. Judge it all. I love it.
No, that's a fact. So for me, I think, the biggest thing I wish I would have done differently.
I wish I would have had kids. Yes, it's a simple answer.
I wish I would have got a mentor sooner, right? And when I say mentor, a lot of people think, they see somebody like you or see somebody like me and they think that it's all about the money. It's not even about the money. It's about becoming a better person. And had I known that, having a mentor would change my life the way it did and tapping in with somebody like myself or tapping in with the Wes Watson, my life would be completely different in all areas, not just, I
can say this because I have money, that it's not about the money. If you don't have money, you cannot say it's not about the fucking money. You don't have the experience of the money. You're talking about a fictional scenario, you fucking moron. So, me personally, I could spend whatever the fuck I want today and go wherever the fuck I want, do whatever the fuck I want. I only want to do the work that's aligned with my purpose because I'm only free there. I'm not free out doing whatever the fuck I want. I know I'm meant for more. But, for example, a lot of stuff was going wrong in my life. A lot of people throwing hate my way, my Instagram being down, and me hating on the people who are taking my page down. And one of my mentees comes to me, and he's family. You guys know Yados. And Yados comes to me, and he goes, you got to love your haters more than even normal people. And I'm like, nah, fuck them. I'll fucking kill them. Like, I see one of these pieces of shit who do this, I'm going to squish their motherfucking head in the parking lot. And I'm just going off about it. And he's like, no, you're not living one of your teachings. Like, you need to release what you want to possess. And I taught people this a long time ago. And then I sat down, I'm like, oh shit. And the only thing I prayed for recently was for the people that are hating on me. The only thing I've been praying for every day was nothing about me. Just for the people that hate on me and want my downfall, for them to wake up and see how big of a waste of time it is and how that they're releasing something, hate towards someone, jealousy, envy towards someone that they don't even really know. And that when they release that, they're going to possess that negative feeling that goes along with what they're giving. Because we get what we give. And the whole thing is like, I turned my life around that moment. So that one sentence that one of my mentees brought me back to that was one of my teachings meant more to me than all the money in the world. I already had the money, but my life was being destroyed by my own internal state.
Man. So I turn 30 next month. You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
still 30. I got out at 35
listen,
with $200.
I turned 30
He's
next
gonna take
month.
over the world.
Man, I'm telling you. So I turn 30 next month. What advice would you give me or someone in their 20s that you wish you knew? And let's double up on that. If you were dead broke, Wes Watson getting out at 29, turning 30 next month, and had to start over, what would you do?
I'll just tell you what I did.
Okay.
So the thing that was most valuable to me, I shared with everyone.
Okay.
So the most valuable thing to me, I just freely shared with everybody. I was like, you guys have to do this. This is crazy. I was talking about it online. It was the biggest thing. I was obsessed with it. I still am. These daily habits that I figured out in prison, they free you from all this bullshit.
Man.
From your drug addictions, your alcohol consumption, that supposed anxiety or depression that people say is real. It's not even real. Like, if you do these daily steps that I'm going to show you, you will be operating at such a high frequency that all you'll see is opportunity. All you'll see is your love for life. All you'll be is grateful for every moment. You won't even experience the pain you used to experience. So I just shared this with everyone freely. I was obsessed with it. They could sense it. They saw the outcome it got me, and they would only be focused on the result. They'd be like, oh, so if I do those habits, I'll be jacked like that? I'm like, yes, but that's not what you're getting. The habits make you so grateful, so loving of the moment, so free, so at peace that you're able to do the work at a high level and it gives you that result. You guys know what to do, but you're not doing it because you don't consistently do it enough to put yourself in that high frequency state where you're operating from self-love, from gratitude, from abundance. I mean, they just don't even understand what enlightenment is.
Man, no, that's a fact. And so for people that are I don't want to say hate themselves, just not in the right place mentally right now, obviously, you say they need to drop their vices, but for somebody who is listening to this, what's some inspiration to somebody watching this who might be losing hope or wanting to give up that you got?
I mean, in all reality,
Men or women?
in all reality, the test you're going through is meant for you to strengthen you for the thing that you need to do next. So you're just not strong enough right now. So what you have to do is weather that time, that adversity, and during those times of adversity, through your self-talk and your actions, you're actually building your core beliefs and your values and who you are inside. So during that test, you have to upkeep your self-talk and your actions. So if you stay hard during a hard test, you'll come out harder and ready from the test. If you keep your self-talk positive, affirming, and savage during that test, you'll come out a beast. But if you're a pussy during that test, say you're going through a divorce or something, and you're just like, oh my God, she left me. I'll never find anyone like her. I don't even want to keep going. And you fucking talk to yourself like that. That test that you were given of the divorce will actually just turn you into a straight bitch. How you're acting during that adversity is how you'll be the rest of your life. If during that adversity, that divorce, you're going, I'm glad I was loved by her. Some people will never have the chance to be loved in their life. And I was loved by her. It didn't work. It's very common for relationships not to work. I'm actually experiencing the most common problem in the world, and I'm crying about it. This is very normal. I'm gonna come out of this stronger. I'm gonna right my wrongs that I did in that relationship and come to the next one better. This next person's gonna get a better version of me that the last person didn't get, and I'm gonna thrive from this adversity. If you talk to yourself that way and you applied that, you'll come out on top of every event that you face stronger and better.
Man, no, absolutely. Man, you went crazy, bro. You went crazy. I appreciate you
break
pulling
it
up.
down.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So this was another episode of $1 Billion Life Lessons. My guy Wes Watson just spazzed, man. If y'all don't take anything from what he's saying, man, everybody around you just deserves to experience the best version of yourself. So tap into what he's saying, man. It went crazy. I appreciate
Let's
you.
run it.
Yeah, my guy.
Yeah.